What's up guys, it's Dylan with E7 Music School, and today we're going to be going over Enter Sandman by Metallica. This song is kind of a classic. If you actually haven't heard this song, it is really good, and it is pretty simple in terms of like the things we're going to be doing today. There are a couple of fills that we need to watch out for, but other than that, it's a lot of bass and snare, and it's just mostly figuring out which part goes where, and then bringing them all together. If you like this video, go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. Also, if you want to check out the full song, there's going to be a link to our description for the monthly membership. Just go ahead and take a look at that if you're interested in learning drums, and you get access to all of the songs we have on the channel, because mostly on YouTube we have the shortened versions where they're just like a part of it usually. So if you want to figure out what happens in the rest of the song, then you would most likely want to go there to check that out. If you're already a monthly member, don't worry about it, and just consider this as a new song on your repertoire. But okay, we're going to go ahead and move forward and check out Enter Sandman by Metallica. Also, I do want to apologize. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, so if my energy seems a little off, or if my voice is just kind of grumbly, sorry about that. We are just going to power through it. Alright, so first up, we're going to have this little hi-hat intro. There's nothing really crazy about it. We're just hitting the hi-hat on every 2 and 4, so it's going to be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And then we have this little hi-hat roll. So you're going to have 7 hits on the hi-hat, and then the 8th one is going to be this hi-hat roll where we're doing a double and then a right and then a left right. Sorry, so a double and then a left right. So it's kind of like a reverse paradiddle, like a paradiddle being paradiddle. This is more of like a diddle para. I mean, you could do either one, honestly, as long as you have a double and you have 4 hits. So if you want to do like a paradiddle, or if you want to do or if you even want to throw it in the middle where you go. Where you do like right, left, right. Either one of those options is fine, as long as you're getting those 4 hits down. Or you can do the paradiddle. Or you can do the right, left, right. So either one, it all sound pretty similar. So after that set of 4, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on that 6th one, we're going to double the time that we're doing that. So instead of 5, 6, 7, 8, just think of it like 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Just remember that after that 6th hit, after we do the 4, we're going to get into the double time section on the hi-hat. So we should do all that together. So imagine the song starts like bum 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 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Bum. So the tom section, there are 2 ways to do it. I prefer doing it the easier way. You can do it the little bit of an advanced way. Either one's honestly perfectly fine. So what we're going to do is basically this on the hand. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on the floor tom. And that's going to kind of be our pulse. If you want to throw the bass in here right now, the bass is going to be this kind of driving on every chord note. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So every 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and every number, basically, we're going to kick the bass. So the first tom comes in on 2. So 1 and 2. That's going to be the high tom with your left hand. 1 and high, or 1 and 2. Right? So bass and tom, or you can think bass and bass, or you can think 1 and 2. Either way is fine. So, and then we have this 4 and part. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. and 4 and 1, and 4 and 1. Or you can think 4 and 1. So that's bass, left hand, right hand all together for 4. Then you have left and right together for and you come back to 1. So that's going to be the ending part of that first little section. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And then that and 3 and is just and 3 and, right? And 3 and. So just the same thing that you'd be doing regularly. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. There is another option here, which I said is a little bit more of an advanced way. I don't like to do it. It does add a little bit of the stuff to the song, but it's not super important whether you do it or not. It's adding a tom on 3, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So when you say 3, you would just hit the mid tom 2. So 1 and 2 and 3, like that. 1 and 2 and 3. So I would say get that down so where you could do that with 4 rotations or 4 measures. Just in a row, and then once you can do that, then go ahead and switch off to the next part. So let's talk about how this progresses. It's going to progress with the crashes, as you can hear in the song. If you've listened to it before, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, I'll show you, don't worry about it. Basically, we're going to do 1 crash, and then 2 crashes, and then 3 crashes, and then we're going to do 1 crash again. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then 1. There's a cool trick to remember that by. So every 4th measure, crashes are going to happen. So if we played it like this, 2, 3, 4, and that happens on the and. It's going to be very common in this song is that we're going to be crashing on the and instead of the 1. That's just kind of the feel for this song. There's not really a rhyme or reason to it. It just sounds cool, and that's just what the drummer did, so that's what I'm going to show you guys. So imagine we get to 4, so 4. So we're going to do 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or 4 crash. Bass and tom crash. A little bit slower. It's just that. We're just bass and tom. Tom, where you would do that second tom. That second one, you just crash instead. And then you're back on the floor for 1. So let's do that whole 4 section really quick. 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we're back to 1. So let's talk about how we do the second crashes. So let's pretend that we just did the 4th measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's going to happen on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Also want to mention that these crashes are with snare, so they're not just by themselves. They're going to be with snare. The whole time the bass is unchanging, so that's why we're crashing with snare. So that second set where we're doing 2 crashes one more time, so let's pretend we're in the 4th measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So it's almost like we're doing the first crash just twice, right? So bass and tom crash, bass and tom crash. Okay. So that's the second set. The third set is going to have 3 crashes. So let's just go ahead and play the second set, show you those 2 crashes, and then I'll jump into the third set with the 3 crashes and explain that then. So here we go, that second set. So 1, 2, 3, bass and tom crash, bass and tom crash. Third set, 3, So this one, a little bit easier than the other two. This one's just bass and tom. Crash, bass, crash, bass, crash, bass. So it's just crash, bass, crash, bass, crash, bass. Or and bass, and bass, and bass, if you want to think of it like in ands. And that's going to happen after the first tom. Usually all these crashes are going to happen after the first tom. So, okay. The fourth set is going to be that one crash. A little bit different this time. Instead of doing the regular, we're going to be doing snare instead of that second tom. So nothing changes in our hands, like the actual movement. It's just where our left hand goes after that second tom. Instead of that, we just do the snare. 2, 3, 4, and it lines up pretty well with that crash, right? Because we're already going to the snare for that and, so we might as well just hit the crash when we're doing it, right? So here's that fourth set one more time. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then we have this build up. So this build up after that last crash is just going to be 2 measures of this. 2. And after that snare, once we land on it, we're going to be into the build up. So and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So with this, I kind of like to keep the bass going with the build-up. And you saw me do it already, is when I do it, when I keep the bass the same as we did like this. All of a sudden there's this big change at the end where I have been keeping it normal. And I have to do bass at the end, right? I generally find it easier to just build up with everything, so that my foot is already doing that like bass motion once I get to that crash. And remember that crash is on and, so when we do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're basically finishing out the last 2 measures with the fill. So it's and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? You can start that build up pretty much wherever you want with the bass. I mean, you can start that bass wherever you want with the build up. Like if you want to start as soon as you start the build up, or if you want to start like halfway through, give it a little bit more musicality. So let's just go ahead and play through all 4 of those all 4 of those sets really quick. 2, 3, 4, 2. Remember this is the 2 crash set. 3 crash. 2, 3, 4, 1. Crash set has the snare. Alright, now we're into the verse section. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. If you want to check out the rest of it, it's going to be on our website. Remember, that link is in the description, so go ahead and click on it, check out the rest of the video. While you're there, browse around, you might find some other stuff that you like. As always, like, comment whatever song that you want me to do next. I like seeing the comment requests and seeing what you guys have to say. And just in general, like, feedback is greatly appreciated. So if you are also looking into getting into lessons with me or Jeremy, or if you like guitar, dude, I mean, even if you like piano. One of our teachers also does songwriting stuff, which I've seen one of his students. Phenomenal. She was super awesome. So if you want to check us out, e7musicschool.com. Go to the link in the, or not the link, but there's a little sign up in the bottom. It says enter your email. You can contact us. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. They're pretty diligent about doing that stuff, so you'll probably get an email with them between 1 or 2 days. But yeah, if you would like to do that, do it now. I can only highly recommend you do that if you want to really take your drumming to the next level, is, get into lessons, or really any instrument. Like, if you want to learn like the bagpipes, there's nobody better to show you than somebody who already knows how to play the bagpipes and has been through the struggles that you are going through right now. So other than that, I'm going to let you guys get out of here. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to check out some more, there's going to be some pop-ups probably here and here coming soon. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and see you guys in the next one. So later.